Welcome to SCP Enomalies podcast. You have compromised sensitive and classified information belonging to the SCP Foundation. You are now considered a high-value target of Mobile Task Force and will be pursued for interrogations. Further interactions with these findings will result in severe consequences. You have been warned.
Welcome guys to another podcast with the Anomalies. Do I have to introduce you guys again because that's a bit redundant?
Hello guys.
No, you seriously haven't prepared for this, have you?
I have prepared an article, but not the intro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm very excited for the articles. Ever since you said you knew what the articles are going to be about.
Article in singular. I haven't done more.
Article, yeah,
yes.
But we can find out. I have a spare one that we can, the one that I mistakenly did.
I think I can guess which SCP you've chosen.
But I am your host, Ola. We have our boys, Ben.
That's me, Ben.
MP.
Hello.
And Omer.
Sup?
That's the gang. And yeah, so I don't wanna tell right away what my SCP is, because I wanna do it a little bit special. So,
interesting.
If anyone listening,
really excited now.
If anyone listening knows the article, I'm going to read it out of not in order, with like the descriptions and stuff, because I think I can do it in a more interesting way. But I'm gonna see, there are gonna be some conversations between like a doctor and stuff and people. So
roleplay.
Yes, I know you would like that.
Filip said that he's gonna be the doctor on the next case, so this is his cue.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Well, we can.
Yeah, you said in the first episode you said I can be the doctor at the next case.
I think Filip should read some.
Me?
Filip should read some.
Yeah.
I can be a doctor at the next case. Fair enough.
You're fucked, and we'll see if Omer is up to reading.
No.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna start with addendum. Addendum. Well, for the people who know what SCP this is, it's 1504-2. So you guys are not allowed to look up who it is yet, but some of the listeners might know.
Do you have a picture for us?
I don't have any pictures.
Okay, well, we can check that later.
We didn't know his true anomaly. We didn't know what he could really do. I guess he affected the computers too. Our automatic security systems began to have hiccups. A breach here, a breach there, but nothing that surprised us. But then, our Keter got out. Only about half of the staff here realized it. The other half all died. We managed to contain it. We sent a request for more staff, but they never responded. Our supplies were dwindling, so we asked for more. Nothing. They didn't even acknowledge our existence. We had more breaches, more deaths, yet we never questioned these breaches or deaths. I don't know why we didn't question those deaths. Earlier, we had a site-wide containment breach. All the doors opened because of those hiccups. Most of the remaining staff members are dead. Those who are still alive are few and far between. We can't contain a breach of this magnitude. And the other Foundation sites will probably ignore it. They will cite it as completely normal and ignore it. I'm going to put this in the vault and then set off the on-site nuke. I'm already badly hurt, and the blast would save more lives than it will end. If anyone ever finds this, tell my wife that I love her and I'm sorry for spending so much time in my job. Tell her that I said goodbye and that I'm thinking of her as I die. Signed, researcher Daryl Lloyd.
Ooh, this reminds me of the first game. Is this the documentation when the first major breach happened in the first game?
I have no clue.
because they're talking about on-site nukes, and what happened. I remember in the game that they, since 682 was somehow breached its containment, they were talking about sending off the nukes. That would they placed nuclear warheads in the facility in case anything happened.
Yeah.
That's smart, bro. That's getting, defeating fire with fire. I mean, that's tactics. What do you want?
The question is, would 682 die of that?
And then there is a little extra bit here. Note: this was handwritten on the document, presumably before it was put in the precious document vault. There are blood stains on the document. Later analysis proved this to be Dr. Lloyd's blood. Part of this document are unreadable due to smearing, hence the redacted stuff. And addendum 1504-3. The site blank nuclear warhead was detonated on redacted date to counteract a class 7 containment breach. A total of blank anomalies were destroyed in the blast, blank anomalies were recovered, and blank are missing. Including AO 1504, blank Foundation personnel died in site blank. So,
is this a tale or is this actually an SCP that you're reading?
This is an actual SCP, but these are just like addendums.
Does the article start with addendums?
No, as I said, I'm going to read. I want to read the article in like bits and pieces here and there because I think it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No, I had no idea, but did they mention that that the breach was due to one of the SCPs, or the SCP just was let loose because of the containment?
No, so the containment happens because of the this SCP. They are able to affect electronic equipment. And if you want, I could continue with the containment procedures.
Please do.
Omer, Filip, do you guys have any inputs?
No, not really.
I mean,
it's pretty early to tell what
it is. It can be like whatever. First, when Ola said that he had a specific SCP in mind, I thought it would be like the Rat King or something like that.
Of course.
Next time.
Of course.
But yeah, it's way too early to tell which one it is. But it sounds pretty interesting so far. Almost sounded like first I thought almost it was like the Larry or what, I don't know. He says
Radical Larry, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he had any abilities that could disturb technology and things like that.
I think there are a lot of SCPs that could, but yeah, Radical Larry was not a part of the. I remember that in the game there was actually an SCP that caused, I think it was 049, the computer SCP, that caused this massive containment breach within the game. I don't know if this is connected somehow, because this is not you're not reading SCP-049, so it's something completely different. So I got no clues either. So
wait, is that a cinema SCP? The SCP that's
no,
like right.
Okay, well, this definitely is not the IKEA SCP that I was thinking you might want to read, but
I like that one, but this is not that one.
I see. All right,
fellas, patience is a virtue. In due time, you will know who or what this is.
Right, please continue.
Okay, so this is containment procedures. This document has been updated per the new information recovered from site blank. Item SCP-1504, object class Keter. Or do we say Keter?
Keter is apparently the correct one. I know that people saying Keter, but Keter is correct.
I think it's called Kinder, which means in German kids.
The SCPs are all kids.
Yeah, because they are extremely dangerous to your health
and hard to contain.
And nobody puts a baby in the corner.
As a dad of 2 kids, I can confirm.
That's why you threw them out of the house.
Yes, so I can have some peace and quiet when we're doing this.
Nice.
He didn't let the boys
Did you
watch.
throw him out of the house or did you throw him out of the building?
I threw them off the balcony.
Hell.
Disclaimer, I have
Excuse
not
me.
done any
So-
of those things. These are all jokes, people, in case you don't realize. There's a lot of dark humor.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I can now found until proven guilty. Law 3.19.
We joke a lot. We don't mean like all the bad things we say, but we have a lot of dark humor and like it's our type of comedy. So hopefully
Yes.
people
Wait,
understand.
were we joking? What?
I thought we were serious.
Disclaimer, I'm actually racist.
Oh my god! Please continue
Okay.
before we get.
Yeah, I will
cancelled.
continue. SCP-1504 is not currently contained. If any Foundation personnel see the subject, they are to contact the current project head. In the event of SCP-1504 is found, it is to be brought to Area 114 and contained in a 3x3x3 containment chamber. To enter the subject's containment chamber, a total of 4 level 3 staff members are needed. 2 staff members must remain inside the control room to remotely enact the failsafe should a containment breach occur. The failsafe consists of flooding the containment chamber and surrounding the areas with halothane vapor, which has proven to be, and this next line is crossed out, the only viable method to incapacitate SCP-1504. And then extensive research has shown that SCP-1504 can be incapacitated by blunt force trauma to the head. The subject is to be kept fully confined and incapacitated at all times through the use of restraints and halothane vapor. So when I read this, like one of the first times, I imagined he has to be incapacitated all the time, so they have a Class D personnel with a bat standing beside him, and when they wake up.
Wow.
There's a little bit more, and then we can start talking again. So shut up. The other staff members must release multiple locks simultaneously. A minimum of 4 guards are to be protecting them at this time. After all locks are released, 1 staff member may enter the containment chamber. The guards must be ready for a containment breach at all times the containment chamber is open. No automatic systems may be used in Area 114. All doors and containers must be locked using simple combination locks or simple padlocks. All personnel working at Area 114 must have a high aptitude for parapsychology or a strong resilience to perception shifts. Say that 10 times fast. So that's containment procedure. Do you have any guesses to as what this can be?
It's definitely a biological creature, since it needs to be basically incapacitated and like unconscious or something like that. The containment procedure says that it's in a 3x3x3 meters cell, so it's not a large object or not a large creature.
Yes.
Well, that's all I'm getting.
It's
right?
literally a rat, bro.
It's a big rat.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a rat.
I can't promise anything.
Or is it a child of some sort?
Yeah, if it's a 3x3x3, so it's still a small creature, whatever it is. It could be a human. There are human SCPs as well.
So who wanted to read with me? Because this next one is a conversation.
How many people are there in the interviews?
Just 2.
Just 2. I can read one of them.
I'll be one and you'll be one. Okay, I will send
Please do.
the log privately,
Thank you, sir.
so the other ones can't pee.
Ooh, it's just a log. Okay. Which one are you gonna be?
Which one do you want to be?
I don't know in this case. I can be Dr. Lloyd.
Okay, so this is a conversation between Dr. Lloyd and SCP-1504.
Let's see. Begin log. What is your name?
I don't remember. Joe something.
Okay. What year were you born?
1982.
Thank you for the year, but do you have an exact date?
No, I never knew when I was born.
Oh, excuse me, my nose is bleeding. Dr. Lloyd left the room and returned a few minutes later. I'm sorry, that was weird. I've never been prone to random nosebleeds.
It's fine. Maybe a storm is coming. I've heard the change in air pressure can make a person's nose bleed.
Maybe. Do you know why you can't be hurt?
I don't really want to talk about it.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you for your cooperation with today's interview. You may return to your room. End log. What the hell? What was the nosebleed thing?
He got aroused.
He was aroused. Cue the anime nosebleed scene.
Yeah. This SCP just has a fat dick.
The bulge is irresistible.
That would get anyone going.
I'm sorry, I'm not prone to nosebleeds, but oh, it's okay, doctor. It's my massive cock.
I'm guessing that I wonder if the nose bleeding is something that is more of a symptom when you are in contact with the SCP, and this person is a 35-year-old person, seems like.
You shall see.
It's 82, then yeah, probably.
His brain literally got fucked. Because he don't remember, like his memory and all of that got fucked as well. And like the nosebleed can be a sign of brain damage.
Could be.
It's from all the times they've incapacitated him. how the fuck are he's supposed to remember when they whack him with a bat in the head?
But it's interesting that the SCP seems to like it. I think the SCP feels pain because Dr. Lloyd asks, "Do you know why you can't be hurt?" But then he just starts crying. Doesn't want to talk about it. Like it seems like it's somehow traumatic. It's very interesting.
What a cry.
Mm-hmm.
What a crybaby. So it's not a baby. Definitely not a baby.
This is not the baby.
It's a 40-year-old grown up.
A pull up. Let's go. Do you know why you can't be hurt? It's because I pull up. No, he cries because he can't get laid with his dick is too big.
I don't want to talk about it.
Any more thoughts, or do you want me to continue with the
not
description?
Me. Omer hasn't said a single word. Silent boy.
He's a silent little lamb.
I don't want to put the lamb to the slaughter. Nothing. So far not so bad, but we shall see. I mean, who knows what it could be. I mean, I haven't figured it out just yet, but
nobody knows what the rock is cooking.
Wait, can't you smell? Can't you smell that?
Crack. It's crack.
Oh, no. All right, yeah, continue. Maybe we'll get an idea.
Description. SCP-1504 is a Caucasian male, standing at 1.95 meters tall. The subject's appearance is unremarkable, aside from a small birthmark on its right shoulder. SCP-1504 anomalous traits include its inability to be harmed or killed. All actions carried out by SCP-1504 will be perceived by surrounding individuals as being within expectations for the situation. 1504 has been known to attack personnel, who will then believe circumstance or their own doing has hurt them. The subject is able to affect electronic and automatic systems. So, any thoughts about that? There's a bit more to read.
No wonder that he's traumatized, bro. Yeah. He's getting probably tortured and shot and stabbed and all of that. Because how otherwise would they know if he doesn't take damage? Like,
but if he can't be hurt, does that mean that he can't feel pain either?
It doesn't say. So I'm gonna assume that he does feel pain.
Because it could be that all the times that they're trying to incapacitate him, like I don't understand why they want to keep him, just unconscious or whatever. They do say that he's affecting electronical signals and such, but why do they need to incapacitate him? I don't understand, or I just don't remember. Was there a mention there in the article? Why they have to like keep him down all the time?
Because otherwise he will fucking kill everybody.
Yeah, we will see. He will.
He escaped multiple times where they killed like all the crew.
Yeah, I'm guessing that we just need a little bit more information. But okay, so it is a human being that can't be hurt or killed for that matter.
Yeah, this is a regenerative bastard.
Huh. Is this Deadpool? Is this Deadpool?
This is evil Deadpool.
Evil Deadpool.
Well, I'll just continue
Yeah.
with the rest here. 1504 was brought to the attention of the Foundation because of its inability to be harmed and was classified as an anomalous object after initial testing. The subject was held at site in the anomalous object wing in the facility. On date, a site-wide security failure and subsequent containment breach resulted in the on-site nuclear warhead being detonated. The addendum I read in the beginning.
Hey, Jorge, I know him. Sorry, continue.
What?
Continue.
1504 was declared missing after a search of the site did not reveal a confirmed death. A low priority search was issued, but was soon raised to a high priority after the above document was found. MTF ETA-6, aka awareness filters, was formed to find SCP-1504. That's the end of the description, and I'm going to send Bern another log.
Ooh, okay.
Or should I say the same one? But it's a little bit different this time. Ooh. Addendum 1504-1. After being further analyzed and sent through multiple filters, it was discovered that SCP-1504's responses were different from what was previously recorded. The document has been updated to include these responses. So the conversation we had, this is what they heard after putting them through filters. And multiple
this is interesting. This is interesting. Oh, wow,
so okay. You are Dr. Lloyd. I am regenerative bastard.
Yes, you're Deadpool. All right, begin log. What is your name? Did I say something funny?
Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting.
Did I say something funny? Yeah, the begin log thing, but it's just this is like the cursor in the editing that when I say begin log, I can start the conversation after I say begin log, so it's more of a marker when I'm editing. So that's why maybe it sounded funny, but that's what's going through my head at least. I'll read from the beginning again. What is your name?
I'm not gonna tell you. You'll just ignore me.
Okay, now what year were you born?
Told you. Wouldn't even notice if I punched you in the nose.
Thank you for the year, but do you have an exact date?
I didn't give you any fucking year. Hey, Doc, watch this. SCP-1504 got up from its seat and proceeded to physically assault Dr. Lloyd. The subject then returned it to its seat.
Excuse me, my nose is bleeding.
Dr. Lloyd left the room and returned a few minutes later.
I'm sorry, that was weird. I've never been prone to random nosebleeds.
It's because I fucking punched you.
Maybe. Do you know why you can't be hurt?
I could say anything. I could do anything. I could say that I'm going to rape and kill your wife, and you wouldn't even notice. Hell, I could actually rape and kill your wife, and you wouldn't know this. I'm living in a virtual hell, because I can't die. I'm going to step outside this room and take the guard's gun. I'm going to shoot myself with that gun, and nothing, fucking nothing, is going to happen. The subject appears to be in tears at this point. Do you know what it feels like to be in a room crowded with people, and they all ignore you? Do you know how hellish my life is? I want to die.
That's fine.
Those are the last bit.
Oh my god. Oh,
okay, that's fine. Thank you for your cooperation.
Are you happy that I'm Dr. Lloyd now?
No.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. That caught me off guard. I'm sorry. I want to die. That's fine.
That's fine.
Oh wow. Oh, the irony. Oh, that was funny.
So this SCP is nicknamed Yo Schmo.
Wait,
No
wait.
fucking
Does
way.
it
Are you
sound like
serious?
Yeah.
Joe Schmurda?
His nickname is Yoshmo.
Was that the guy you were referencing in the first episode?
Yes.
I remember now.
Yo. Because no one takes that name seriously.
No, because nobody.
Especially with all the Joe Mama jokes.
It's a fictional thing. Oh wow. Okay.
So you can actually just reuse the first conversation we had.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned, that's what I noticed. I mean,
So you can use your voice lines from the first one, and if that's not too much of a
no,
bother,
this was way
It
more
will
fun.
sound
This was
cool.
way more fun. We got the actual reaction to it, but that's cool. That's why it was. I thought there was something missing in the first audio log.
So everything this guy does will be perceived as like just a normal thing. So essentially, this Joe Schmo that you see is just like a normal guy, but he's actually like bitter, angry. I wouldn't say he's like evil. I'm getting the feeling that he is doing like he does horrible shit just because he can, because he doesn't care anymore, and because no one can react to what he really says. So in a sense, he is completely alone, and that is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it's kind of. It feels like this guy is a ghost somehow that can interact with its environment.
Yeah, he's basically a ghost.
You could say that, but at the same time, like even if the SCP is physically attacking the doctor, it seems like there are no physical laws. You do get a nosebleed, but you don't feel the punch. Very interesting.
So I think he might be this SCP Yoshmo is able to like produce illusions as well, because like they say he is able to affect electronic devices, but what I think is that he basically just gets up and like presses the open door button, but they will see Joe like sitting down in a chair and not moving, not getting up. So I don't actually think he like can control electronics with his mind. It's just that he uses them as normal, but you don't see that.
Yeah, it's a completely new entity here. Did they mention how they got these texts?
These nuts? No, this is just this is a like normal interview. The only thing it says is like interviewed 1504, interviewer Dr. Lloyd, forward A1504 is being questioned on its background.
These two logs, one of them is with the Caucasian male, and the second one is with the SCP itself. How did they capture what the SCP was saying?
Oh, that's the part I read before. After being further analyzed and sent through multiple filters, it was they use like voice filters and
they used Audacity.
You know, it's the SCP. Yeah. It's the SCP universe. They will basically just say, "Oh, someone pressed a button," and they could see what they really said.
Yeah, they do have access to like certain technologies that not even the government has.
They maybe use an SCP to figure this SCP out.
It could be there. I've actually noticed that there are cross references between SCPs. There are tales, just stories of SCPs interacting with each other. The SCP Foundation is using certain SCPs and forcing them to interact with another SCP just to test different parameters and such. So it definitely could be something. This is really cool.
Yeah, I like this.
Are you done with the article, by the way?
Yeah, that's the article. So SCP-1504, if you want it, you can have the article in front of you. Oh, and a thing I didn't mention, it was the first part of the article. It's the like description and stuff, but the only thing it says, item description: an unremarkable man who is not able to be harmed. Date of recovery blank, location of recovery blank. Current status: 1504 is held in a standard humanoid containment cell, and that part I just read is crossed out and it just says missing. This is like what they had before they knew. This was when the containment breach happened.
I see.
In the first part I read.
Yeah,
and in the files, is there like a picture of an average white man or like a random guy? Or...
Yeah, he's just a normal guy.
Is there any pictures?
I don't see any pictures in the main article, but...
No, not in the main article. There are mostly just fan art but then again, it's just it's a guy. So, what are your thoughts?
I think I've already said. I've mentioned a lot. I would like to hear what Filip and Omer has to say.
It didn't turn out at all what I thought it would be.
Yeah, same actually. I'm on Filip's side about this. Actually, I mean, I expected more rats, to be honest. That just meat traps. But
This is how serious we take you, Ola. Like, you want to do something that you're passionate about, and we just like, yeah, you're probably either going to talk about rats or you're going to show rats.
or you're gonna be rats.
Well, I love rats.
And maybe we'll do some other things to the rats as well.
They will be redacted.
No, but this was a good SCP. Sad life for that SCP though.
Yeah.
And I wonder how he turned out to be like that, because it almost sounds like a normal Donnie, like a average Joe that has in some way ascended to godhood or something like that. Maybe he ate a forbidden burger or something like that.
and then he ordered 5, and then he ordered 5 more.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I'm trying to understand if the SCP itself can interact with its host somehow. That would have been an interesting thought. Like, do they know about each other? Since in the first log, when the doctor was asking, "Can you be hurt?" and he would just start crying, he does feel some kind of pain. Is this pain coming from the physical abuse, if you will, or is it from the other entity that's feeling like this?
Well, it doesn't say specifically that there are like 2 entities. He still might just be one person, and this is just like some sort of effect. But I do like it's very open ended. So I do like the idea that he has like been possessed, or that there are something that has taken control over him and like locked him away in a weird sort of way.
Interesting.
So I like the idea, but it doesn't specifically say that there are like 2, that he's 2 entities.
And he's maybe also crying because of the mental pain.
Yeah,
definitely. So I think in that case it's time to rate this SCP.
Yeah, I have written a little document, so I would like Omer to start. Scary, weird, creative.
I don't think it was that scary. Actually, it was more like freaky, to be honest. But if I were to rank it, I think it would be scary from 1 to 10. You said, right?
Yeah, from 1 to 10.
Yeah, so I think it would be bad. I'll actually think like a 4 or a 5 as scary, to be honest.
I will write down 4.5, 4.5.
Weird. I would say a 7 actually. As weird. I thought. I mean, it wasn't as expected, but I think it still was interesting to like, because I think he, I don't know why, but I think like it's I can't really describe it. I just think that he's creepy in a different way. So I would think that one is a 7.
You mean in the fact that there's like 2 entities in one body somehow?
It's almost like like that. I'm not gonna say disease because I don't know if it is, but like having two personalities at the same time, living in one body. So I think that is what makes it also creepy in its own way. Like knowing there is two different entities, you never know which one will pop and what will feel like.
It's almost like schizophrenia, but the other entity has an effect on the world around itself.
And creative also.
Creative, I will actually sorry to say this, but I think I would give it almost like a 3.5 because.
Oh, what the hell! Oh my god!
I mean, it is interesting, but it's not that creative. I mean, it's schizophrenia, to be honest, but in a little more weird way. So I will give it a 3.5 for that creativity because. Alright, I will give them. It was interesting. It was, as I said, creepy, but that's about it. I don't think that was stronger than that because if you know how to manipulate someone, you can actually use it in a certain way. So you don't need an entity or something like that to do it. So I just think it's a schizophrenia shit. To be honest, feels like that.
Okay, fair enough. Filip, scary.
I didn't think it was that scary. And I also don't think it would be scary if you're like in contact with the SCP, because you don't really, like, even if he punches you, you don't mind. So scary, I would put like a 3. I wouldn't say like a 1, because the risk of my future wife getting raped is quite high. So I would put it at a 3.
Is that what you're worried about when you're talking to SCP? I was gonna say that you're more afraid of the nosebleeds all the time. You see your blood and just faint.
No, I that way. And weird. I think it's actually it's weird, but maybe not that weird in the SCP universe. But it's still pretty fucking weird. So
we always say, this is not very weird for being the SCP universe.
Well, it depends. It depends. We might come across certain SCPs that we will just, our brains will be completely like, what the fuck is this? We will react like very, very confused about this SCP, and I can imagine we will have an SCP that is so weird, it will be like, even in the SCP universe, this is still weird. But this is like, as Filip mentioned, maybe, well, it's a personal take. I will give my thoughts on it later on. Go ahead.
Yeah, like this guy is basically, it's a guy with like a split personality disorder or something like that. That's gonna be bonkers.
And the split personality can actually like influence the world.
Yeah. So in weird, I will take 4.5.
You can see you hate it.
Alright.
Well, actually disappointed. Well, actually, like, yeah, finally SCP I like. And then we're like, nah, that was fucking trash.
No, it's fine.
You don't need to cry, bro. It's okay. We're here.
It's fine.
And I think it's quite creative. I would probably give it like a 5 based on the name.
To be honest, I would like Joe Rogan, but just me.
Yeah, or Roe Jogan. But yeah, 5. I would take a 5. It's actually Bobby's word on the picture there. He's getting released soon.
Hey, nice. Finally, I wanna hear why he's so hot.
The broad hips that he has in the picture.
No, he's a hot fella, I've heard.
Yeah, from Paris.
Of course, he's from Paris. It's a Caucasian male, so he could be.
Okay, sidetrack end. Burn. Tell me how scary this bitch is.
I do feel this SCP is quite scary if we were to be in the same position, or if you were facing this SCP, because you have no idea what this SCP is capable of doing when it comes to either physical harm or the interaction with objects and such. Like he mentioned in the log, you can just grab a gun from the security guard. Like, would you just see a gun floating in the air? Like, you're dealing with a completely invisible entity that's you have no idea how to contain it. You don't know how to avoid it.
Well, as I said, I don't. It's not like confirmed that there are two entities. I think the bigger probability is that it's illusion. So it's still just one body. It's just that when he gets up, like, his physical body is invincible, and there is like an illusion created where. For example, when he punched Dr.
Okay,
Lloyd.
in that case, then in that case, I will I'll take back my word in that case, because
and that's why I think that's also why it says. Wait, I might just bring it up. It says something about personnel. Yeah, all personnel working at Area 114. And by the way, Area 114 at the bottom it says here footnotes. Area 114 is the primary location for dealing with perception and sensory-based threats or entities. And they do want all personnel working at Area 114 must have a high aptitude for parapsychology or a strong resilience to perception perception shifts.
Why the fuck do the guards have guns? Like, because
to shoot.
Yeah, but the SCP don't take damage
to shoot.
Yeah, but the SCP doesn't
to
take damage.
Shoot.
So what's the point of having a gun if you can't use it?
Okay, sorry, what did you say?
I said
to shoot.
To shoot what?
Somebody mute this guy.
Joe? Joe Mama?
Damn, hilarious, bro.
Ola, please let him finish.
No.
No.
Okay, I will actually be quiet.
Nah, I'm good.
The amount of persistency in this guy. And the lack of persistency in Empire is disturbing.
And the lack of consistency in this podcast.
Hey, that's why you're still listening. That's why you're still listening. But you mentioned why they have guns. Like, this SCP can't be killed in any way, so it's a good question. Why should
guards specifically guarding Yoshmo? Yeah, I could see that would be weird. But like guards in general have guns in the in like all facilities.
They go with rifles, don't they?
Rifles or the classical P90 or something like that.
Mm. Yeah. So, but yeah, we sidetracked a little bit. Scary wise, since you mentioned that this is like hallucinations and it's could be illusions and such, it draws back on the scary factor a little bit. But I would still say like this entire scenario where you're immortal and maybe you don't even age, you're dealing with like another psychic of yours or another entity that's living with you constantly. It's a lot of psychological trauma here. I wouldn't
He's
like
literally Kane.
Yeah, but I would say a 6. Definitely, it's a little bit scary. It's scary to be in this situation and dealing with this. Like, if I were to be one of the doctors and interviewing this guy, I would be very nervous. Very nervous.
And you have a wife.
And I have a wife. So you would just go rape and kill my wives.
Wives?
So, wives, yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. No. I was gonna say wife and kids, but then it was wives. So, rape my wife and kill my kids. Well, you don't know what this SCP is capable of, do you?
Are you crazy, bro?
He literally said he could do that without me noticing.
True.
I don't find it very weird. I would say a 4 on weirdness. I would imagine it would be a lot weirder if I knew the backstory of this person. Maybe there's a tale of it, but I would love to hear what happened to this person, or if there's maybe any kind of indication of previous encounters, or if there anything happened to this guy which caused him. Like, is it still psychological trauma, or did actually something happen that even causes electronic disturbance? I do find that
he's not Jesus. Calm down.
No, it's not Jesus, but
Jesus Christ,
because I really like this SCP. That's why I think it's quite fascinating. Creative, yeah, that's where the I think the creative comes, and especially to credit to you, Ola, because you did quite a creative job of giving certain sections and not just reading the entire SCP. I really like that. And
I am good.
Yes, yeah, you get a clap. You get that.
Stop slapping your ass. Clap your ass for me.
Did you say you get clapped?
I'm gonna clap both your cheeks.
It's the best reward I can think of.
I'm gonna clap your cheeks without you even noticing.
I could throw it back without you even noticing. I can do the thug shaker and no one would know.
You're the Caucasian male there. Creative, I will give it a 6. So 6 on creative. I really enjoyed this SCP. I really like it.
I would also like to ask you guys, do you want to introduce like an overall rating? So like how much you liked it out of 1 to 10 also? Because I think the scores, like if I look at them now, it looks like this was a very like underwhelming, or you might actually think it's underwhelming, but at least from Ben, it seems like you like this one a lot, but it's not reflected in the score. So I think if we have a general likeness scale out of 1 to 10, what would you think about that?
Yeah, I think that would be a good, because if we're gonna
enjoyment out of 10.
Yeah, we could introduce either a completely new system or just ranking just straight 1 to 10, because that would then defeat the purpose of how creative we find it. Like I like the subcategory of these ratings, but I don't know how do you guys feel? Would you prefer like an overall criteria or just?
No, I'm just talking that we just add We have scary, weird, creative, and enjoyment as a fourth one.
Just adding another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. So we have 4
And
rankings.
a fifth one, which is would this SCP give good top?
No, the fifth one is obvious gonna be would you fuck it? That's obvious.
Bro, no, fucking
Unbelievable,
no,
easy.
fuck that.
Well, so okay, Ben, how much did you enjoy this one?
I enjoyed this on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say it's a 6, a strong 6. Well, you're the host, so you basically get to decide how the ranking goes.
And Omer, enjoyment?
I would say actually a 7.
And MP?
I would say 5.5 to be different.
He built different. So I basically wanted this enjoyment to feel better about my about the article, and also to easier see who I will pick as next host.
Do not pick me.
No, but I personally feel like this article is more of a creative one. I also don't think it's very scary. Or if I think it's very scary to be, if you were to be Yoshmo. The thing about is the difference between being lonely and being by yourself, because you necessarily don't have to feel sad when you're by yourself, but he is like the contained Joe is completely alone, because no one will ever hear his true thoughts, his true feelings, his true words, his true actions. So I find that terrifying, and the boys are sending some weird shit in the Discord.
Hey, listen. Listen.
I hope my silence gives away the disappointment I have.
You're not mad, you're just disappointed.
It's expected. It's expected.
I think I've
Okay,
spoken.
I mean, you're the one who has to choose.
Yeah, the next one. So yeah, I think creativeness in this article is the strongest one, and therefore I will agree most with Bern.
Hey! Cue the clapping
Overall,
sounds.
you all had pretty similar. You didn't really have, and the highest score we have here is 7. So this we are all pretty within the same range.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the how scary and creative this is. We are pretty aligned.
I think what maybe would differentiate these scores would be if there were more information, like you guys said, maybe some backstory, or maybe some like more interactions, more conversations. So author, if you hear this, write more, please. I fucking love you.
Yeah, this was really great. Well, I'm gonna have to check how we can see who the authors are, so we can start crediting them as well. I think that's I think we should do that. Is it in the history? No, I can't see that. Well, I'm gonna have to check some other time.
To explain what's happening, MP and Omer are they are just spamming our Discord with with random GIFs, and what the MP spamming like a bunch of
I think this is a
furry
good time for you to go do your laundry until these guys are done.
No, I think this is a good time to round off. Stop. Oh my god. Yeah, that was it for this podcast. Next time, tune in for Bern to be our overlord.
I have 2 SCPs already.
Yeah, and also, like he just said, don't forget to subscribe.
Follow
And
us
don't
on
forget to
Instagram. Benam, shout out to Instagram.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram at SCP Enomalies Podcast. Everything will be in the description.
Rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Don't forget to share this with your friends.
If you want them to hate you.
We're done for today then.
I click recording button no longer. Bye!